Hi students, welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to do the workbook pages with you, those that were missed in class. I'm going to use materials from week 29 and week 30. And if you're just using the workbook, I'm going to discuss the answers from pages 60, 62, 60, 61, 62, and 63. Right? So that will be for the whole unit that we did recently. So let's have a look at the materials, what we're going to look at. So it's from week 29. Okay, so it will be for the whole unit 15. Okay, so this part here, vocabulary. I will also include the listening tracks, okay, for page 63 that we just recently did. Okay, because some of you were not in the class, you missed that part. Okay, and also I will discuss the answers with you. Here's reading. Okay, okay, this is the questions for reading. Okay, so this is for week 29. Okay, pages 60, 61, 62. Okay, and then for page 63, okay, with the listening, it's from week 30. So I'll do this as well. So have a look. All right, listening is this one. Okay, the boy with the oud and the girls who are dancers, and one part on writing. Okay. All right, so for the benefit of those who are watching this video, I will include the listening tracks for page 32. Right, so if we're ready, let's begin with week 29 or page 60. Okay, so page 60 in your workbook, please turn to that now. Okay, first one, let's look at this one, match the activity to the phrase that describes it, right? So you have options, activities 1 until 9, and descriptions A to I, right? So I'm just going to give you the answers. First one, going shopping, that will be C, buying things, right? Number 2, acting. Okay, so in theater, put on costumes, okay, memorize your lines to tell the story. So that would be D, being someone in a drama. Okay, so I mentioned theater. Theater is always about drama. Number 3, chatting. Okay, so I guess you do this most of the time with your friends through Messenger, WeChat, right? That is A, having conversations. Okay, so you can refer to chatting as in texting your friend or chatting face to face, like by talking, right? Number 4, photography. You use a camera to make pictures. Okay, B, using a camera. Number 5, cooking, right? Some of you told me that you like cooking and you learn to cook a bit. So that's I, making things to eat. Number 6, playing an instrument. All right, some of you told me that you are attending piano lessons, drum lessons, guitar lessons. Okay, so that's playing an instrument. E, making music with a guitar or violin, example. Number 7, collecting things. Okay, some of you told me you collect trading cards, things like that. Okay, so that's H, getting and keeping lots of one kind of object. Okay, so some of you collect trading cards. I've heard of some students collecting dolls. Okay, number 8, dancing. The answer is G, moving your body usually to music. All right, that's dancing. And the last one, number 9, is matched with F, having a game of tennis, for example, playing sport. Okay, so it can be anything: hockey, football, badminton, basketball, and so on. Right, let's move on to the next part, still on page 60. Read about the people's hobbies and complete the text with the words in the box. So there are two options, sorry, not two options. You can use the word going and playing twice each, and then the rest are all words. Okay, so some of them are in the ing form. Remember in class we did the ing form to show that this is a name of an activity, for example, chatting, all right, singing, watching TV, and so on, right? And some words can be just like this, like the word photography, it's already a noun. Okay, you don't say photographing, you just say photography, right? Okay, so let's look at the answers. Look at Galina. I really like spending time online. And okay, so what do you think she does when she spends time online? Chatting to other people on my phone and laptop. So she texts them, or she records her voice and sends it to them, then they reply. I also love listening to music online. I live on the internet. Okay, so Galina says her main source of entertainment is from the internet. Next one, Tanya. My favorite hobby is making things from plastic, wood, and paper. I'm learning photography too. So I usually take pictures of them when I finish them. Okay, so the clue here is take pictures. So she likes making things, she likes handicrafts, and she likes photography. Let's look at the next one, Guillermo. Okay, so cooking is my favorite thing to do when I'm not in school. I love something here for food that I haven't used before. So it should be going shopping. Okay, so the word go often goes with shopping. Go shopping. And then here, going shopping is an activity. Next one, Pilar, right? Let's look at this one. I love playing computer games, and you see the word TV here, so the word watching goes with it. I like, and then you see there's the word books, so reading. Okay, I like reading books too. I go to the library every week. Next one, Nala. In my free time, I enjoy, right? The clue here is the phrase musical instruments. So we use playing. I'm quite good at the piano and the drums. I also like, alright, something these instruments. I've got about 30 different ones already. So she got so many instruments, she's not playing some of them, most probably, they're for display. So she's a collector, right? I like collecting instruments. Next one, Lev. I go to a theater group every Saturday morning, and we do three things which I love. So he's in a theater and he's in an acting group. So he acts, okay, acting in plays, and then you have songs and dancing, singing, right? Singing songs. I like something here out with my friends from the group too. They are great fun. So going out. So go out with, that means you have an outing with someone. Alright, so you may pause your video if you need to have some time to write down the answers. Okay, so if you've written down the answers, I'm going to go to the next part. This is page 61, grammar. Remember, present perfect with the words for and since. Okay, so let me put this on. Okay, so you have the words for and since. Okay, so for is usually to talk about how long you have been doing this activity. So for example, I've played the piano for 2 years. That means not continuously for 2 years, but you started 2 years ago and it's still going on right now. And then the word since means you say there's a starting point in the past and then it continued up to the present. So I've been in this school since 2010, for example. So you've been there since that time, 2010. All right. Okay. Remember, present perfect always has this form. Okay. Has or have. Okay, and then followed by the past participle of the verb. Okay. So let's look at the first one. I've had my phone, and then you see there's a duration here, 6 months. Remember, for is for duration, since is to say starting from, all right, a point of time. So we have a duration here. The answer should be 4. Okay. Number 2, she has had a computer, and then there's a specific date here or year. So we need to use the word since. Okay, since 2013. Dave lived there, and then you have the word last summer, the phrase last summer. That means it's a point in time in the past. So it should be since. Number 4, he has only played the guitar, and then here 3 weeks. 3 weeks again is a duration. So you need to use the word for. Number 5, I haven't seen my cousins here. Long time, duration again. So you need to use for. Okay, next one. We have known each other, okay, since we were 10 years old. So the 10 years old here is used as a mark for a point in time in the past. Okay, so starting from the time you were 10 years old, you've known each other. All right, so let's look at the next one. Tick the correct sentences. Okay, so check for correct usage of tenses, all right, and correct usage of for and since. Okay, let's look at number 1, sentence A. It's so nice that you'll come tomorrow. I didn't see you for 3 weeks. It's so nice that you'll come tomorrow. I haven't seen you for 3 weeks. Okay, so it should be. Okay, the correct answer it should be B. You cannot say I didn't see you for 3 weeks. This is a duration for this long. If you say I didn't see you 3 weeks ago, that's correct. Okay, because that one is one completed action. But now we're talking about there is a period of time that went on for 3 weeks that you didn't see this person, so you have to use the word haven't seen for 3 weeks. Right, number 2, let's look at this one. I didn't eat chicken since a long time. I haven't eat chicken for a long time. Okay, same thing again. Answer is B. Number 3, yesterday I bought 2 dresses. I haven't had one since I was 6. Yesterday I bought 2 dresses. I've never had one since I was 6. Okay, the answer is right. The answer is A. Okay, B is wrong. Okay, it's not that this person never had dress. Before he or she was 6 years old. Okay, so the phrase here, I've never had one since I was 6. Okay, so it's not very correct. Before she was 6 years old, she had a dress, okay, at least one. So she cannot use the word never, okay, because she already had a dress before she was 6. She's just saying that after 6 years old, she didn't buy new ones, okay. So it should be A. I haven't had one since I was 6. Number 4, I want to sell my radio. I've had it for 4 years. B, I want to sell my radio. I've got it since 4 years. All right, so the answer is A. A is correct, okay, because of the word for here. Okay, he's talking about, he or she is saying that this radio was with him or her for that long time, okay, for 4 years. Okay, B is wrong because he's not saying starting from when, he's saying for this amount of time. Okay, so you need to use for instead of since. If you want to use since, it should be since. Okay, when and when, what year was that? Okay. Number 5, I know Adam. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I know Adam 20 years. I've known Adam for 20 years. Okay, number 5 should be B. Okay, A is incomplete. Okay, I know is present tense. Okay, but you want to say for how long you have known this person. So you need to use I have known and also the word for. Okay, so now let's look at activity 3. Rewrite the sentences using for or since. Imagine now it is 7 p.m. on Monday, 21st August. So there is a time given to you here, time frame. We need to follow it. Okay, so let's look at the first one. We've lived here since 21st June. Okay, so 21st June, okay, June, July, right, sorry, it's June, July, August. Okay, so that would be we've lived here for 2 months. Okay, I've had a headache for 3 hours. Okay, so now I've had a headache since 4 p.m. So now it's 7 p.m. This thing 3 hours started 3 hours ago. So you need to put the time and the word since. I've had a headache since 4 p.m. Number 2, Josh has had that camera since April. So the answer should be Josh has had that camera for 4 months. Okay, so if you count from April, May, June, July, August. Okay, that would be 4 months. Sorry, it should be April to May. So April to May, that's 1 month. So let's start from May, June, July, and August. That would be 4 full months. Okay. Number 3, Aisha and Farouk have been out with their friends since 2 p.m. Okay, so since 2 p.m. and now it's 7 p.m. How long has it passed? It'll be 5 hours, right? So Aisha and Farouk have been out with their friends for 5 hours. Alright, that's for number 3. Number 4, Davina's only played the violin for a month. Okay, so for a month, that means when did she start? When was it? If you want to say from a starting point, you need to use the word since. Okay, so 1 month ago, now it's August, so 1 month ago should be July. Answer is Davina's only played the violin since July. Number 5, you haven't phoned me since last Monday. Okay, so since and then last Monday, that would be 1 week ago, okay? Because the date now is Monday, 21st August. Okay, so how long is that ago? That's 1 week, all right? So the answer is you haven't phoned me for a week, right? Last one. The rain hasn't stopped for 24 hours. So 24 hours is 1 whole day. Okay. Right. So the rain hasn't stopped since last night or since 7 p.m. last night. Or you can say the rain hasn't stopped since 7 p.m. yesterday. All right. Because that will be the full 24 hours. Okay. All right, you may pause the video if you need time to write down or correct your answers. Okay, so if you have done with your corrections or filling in your answers, let's move on to the next part. Okay, we're still on page 61. Let's look at part 4 here. Complete the block with for, since, has, or have. Okay, so for and since, I think you are very clear about this already. We use has or have before the past participle of the verb for present perfect tense. Okay, has is for singular subjects, like for example, he has been friends with me since 2010. Okay, so he has one person or she has. Have is for plural and for words like I and you. So like I
I have been collecting stamps since 2000, right? Or you have been my friend for 10 years, right? They have sent me some presents, okay? So those words like that. All right, so let's look at the first sentence. I collect postcards. I've collected them. And then the clue here is a long time, so it's a duration. You need to use the word for. I started when I was 6 and I'm 13 now. So I've had this hobby for 7 years. Okay, 7 years is a duration again, so you need to use for. I started when my uncle sent me a postcard from Madrid. He, alright, remember, one person. So he has visited a pen friend there every year. Alright, and then here, he was a teenager. So you know the uncle now is an adult. So he started doing this when he was a teenager, right? Starting from that time in the past. So we need to use the word since. Since he was a teenager. Number 5. All my friends and family have, right? Plural. Sent me postcards since then. Okay, so starting from the time when she wanted to collect postcards because her uncle sent one from Madrid. Okay, so since then. My favorite is a postcard that has been on my bedroom wall. So she's only talking about one postcard. So a postcard that has been on my bedroom wall. And then the next one, number 8, the clue is I was 10. So starting in the point in the past where she was 10. So since I was 10. It's a photo of New Zealand. Alright, so we're done with the blog post. Present perfect tense with words like for and since. Okay, let's move on now to vocabulary, co-locations about having fun. So we learned this in class. Words like enjoy usually goes with enjoy yourself, right? Enjoy an activity, enjoy playing certain thing, all right? Enjoy doing certain thing, okay? Enjoy cooking, enjoy surfing the internet and so on. So those are collocations, words that usually function together, and they are usually in a phrase, okay, 2 or 3 words together. Okay, another word will be, for example, um, have a have a party, right? Have a picnic, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's look at the next one. When I go camping with my friends, I always have a brilliant time. Okay, so have a good time, have a fun time, have a brilliant time, right? So the word have goes with this. And next one, my mom's family are from Argentina, and I love spending time with them when I go there for holidays. Okay, so the word spending goes with time because you use up the time and then you cannot undo it, right? And then here in this case, when you say spending time with somebody means you do an activity with them, you communicate with these people, right? And you are uh, spending time, right? Spending energy with them, right? Next one. I collect old watches and finding an unusual one gives me a fantastic feeling, right? So this feeling here. Next one. When you do a free time activity, the most important thing is to enjoy yourself. Okay, so when you pick a free time activity, of course, it's something that you would like very much. Okay, you like to do. So the words enjoy goes with yourself. Next one. Everyone was really glad when Georgina won the photography prize. Her photos were much more interesting than anyone else's. Okay, so everyone was really glad. They're happy for her. Right. So next one here. Write sentences about you using the phrases in the box. Okay, so this one here is your own answer, right? So maybe I'll just give an example here. You have a laugh, an exciting weekend, enjoy ourselves spending time. Okay, so a laugh usually goes with the word has or have. Okay, have a laugh, has a laugh. then or had a laugh, that means you laughed about something funny or something entertaining, right? So let's try a few example here. I always have a laugh with my elder sister, right? So let's try a few here. Okay, so what you need to do is you look at your book and refer to the phrases in your book. So your book should have the space for writing, okay? The one in the slide does not have a space there, okay, because that's for me. Right, let's try a few sample sentences. Of course, in any case, I told you before, when it comes to writing your own answers, you can write anything you want, anything that's true about you. So these are just examples for you to help you. Right, so the example given is I always have a laugh with my sister. You can write a sentence like this also, right? I always um, have a laugh with my friends. Okay, while playing games. Okay, or you can write words like I always have a laugh Okay, so I always have a laugh with my friends while playing games, or I always have a laugh with my brother while reading comics. Okay, so these are just some examples. Okay, so you can change my friends or the activity here. Okay, that gives you entertainment or whatever that is causing you to laugh. You can change that. Like I always have a laugh with my family, okay, watching comedies or something like that. Okay, next one, an exciting weekend. So think of some time ago, recently, or something that you remember very memorable that you had an exciting weekend. Okay, what did you do? So you can say my family, right, had an exciting Okay, so you were at the water park, right? You go down slides, play water cannons, and so on there, right? So that's an exciting weekend. Or you can say, mm, my friends and I okay, paintball. All right, I know some of you might think, okay, I'm not up to that age yet. So I say you can change the activity here. Okay, if paintball is not suitable for you, then you can change that activity. This is just an example. So my friends and I had an exciting weekend playing paintball, right? All right, enjoy ourselves. Okay, so remember because here is a plural already given, so you need to use something to talk about you in a group. All right, so don't say I enjoy ourselves. All right, don't write that. That's wrong. So you can write example like here. Okay, so we enjoy ourselves shopping at the newest shopping mall, right? So some people enjoy that. Other things, maybe you can say we enjoy, or you can say my friends or my classmates. Mm, okay, so my friends and I enjoy ourselves at the carnival. So we went to the fun fair, took rides, ate ice cream and snacks and cotton candy, played some games, won a toy or two, right? So let's enjoy ourselves. Right, last one, talking about spending time. So, like you say, some of you in the class, you have already suggested. Someone say, I love spending time. Okay. Okay, so I love spending time with my friends, right? Some of you, I love spending time with family. Okay, so maybe cousins. Okay, right. You can change that, of course. All right, I love spending time playing video games or something like that. Okay, so of course, all of these are just examples. Give you an idea what to write about yourself, right? If possible, write something that is true about you, right? If not, write something that is logical. Like for example, here, okay, I had an exciting weekend playing something. All right, have a laugh doing something funny or entertaining. All right. Okay, so I'll just leave this on for a while if you need to refer to it. Or you can just pause the video at this point here and then you can go on after you're done. Alright, next one is on page 62, which is reading. So here's a blog entry about Sasha Mar, okay, and she likes making shoes. Okay, so let's look at this one. Read the blog quickly. What is Sasha's hobby? Would you like to try this hobby? Why or why not? Okay, so we can answer the first question. What is Sasha's hobby from the text here? Look at the first line. My hobby is making shoes. All right, and you can also get clue from the title, Making Shoes for Fun, a blog by Sasha Mar. Okay, so Sasha is the person who wrote this blog and she likes making shoes, right? She says so here. So the first answer to the first question is making shoes. Second one is your own answer, right? So yes or no and give your answer, your reason why. So for example, okay, I wouldn't want to try this hobby, right? No, I wouldn't want to try this hobby. Reason, because I think it's very time consuming and not easy. Not easy. Okay, so that can be an example. Right, so let's look at the next one. We need to answer the questions that follow, right? So in the slide here, it's not here, it's on the other slide, but it should be this on the same page in your book or your handout, so it shouldn't be a problem. So the questions look like this. Okay, here. All right, for each question, choose the correct answer. Right, so before that, let me read the text for you. My hobby is making shoes. It is an unusual hobby, but I love the fantastic feeling of wearing shoes that I've made myself. I've always liked designing things. I remember drawing clothes and shoes when I was 8, and I made my first skirt aged 9. Then, 3 years ago, I began making shoes, and now I spend my free time doing that. I became interested in making shoes when my cousin told me about an online shoemaking course that he was doing. I immediately wanted to do one too. Mum booked me on a 4-day course at the I Can Make Shoes school in London to see if I liked it, and then I did a 10-day course there in the summer holidays. I loved the courses. On the longer one, I made 4 pairs of shoes. I couldn't believe it. The teachers were excellent. That's what was best about the classes. They made us work really hard, but they wanted all their students to have fun too. I've made about 15 pairs of shoes now. At the moment, I'm making a pair of trainers using an old pair of jeans. But I've used all kinds of different things before, from old leather handbags to old cotton dresses. making shoes has changed my plans for the future. I know now that I want to be a designer, but not a shoe designer. I've decided I'll do home design. I've designed lots of shoes and also some clothes. So I'd like to try something new. Okay, so basically, Sasha uh, talked about how she started making shoes, okay, and what did she do to improve her skill, and how was her improvement, okay, what was her progress, and then in her conclusion, she talked about her future, okay, what does she want to do, right? She didn't want to be a shoe designer, but because she has very great talent and interest in designing, she's decided to take up home design instead. Right, let's answer the questions. Number one, making shoes has been Sasha's hobby. Okay, for how long? Right, C, for 3 years. Okay, so if you look at the passage, it says 3 years ago. Right, so she started 3 years ago, so the duration is C, all right, for 3 years. Number two, the first course that Sasha did in shoemaking was, yes, B, 4 days long. So she took a short course first, and then later she took a longer one. Okay, so the first one is 4 days long. Number three, what did Sasha like most about the courses? Okay, the answer is C, having such good teachers. Right, so in the passage it says the teachers were excellent. That was what was the best about the course. Right, that's her opinion. So C. Number four, the shoes that Sasha is working on now are made from. Okay, so what's the material that she said she's using at the moment? A, old jeans. Okay, she did mention B and C, but those are not the materials she's using right now. These are older projects that she has already done. Okay, so A is the answer. Number five, in the future, Sasha would like to be B, a home designer, right? So in the conclusion, the last paragraph, she said after trying out shoemaking, she feels that home designing is more suitable for her. So she thinks the next thing she will do in the future is to take up a course, right, to be a home designer. Right, next one. Okay, we're done with page 62. Now we're going to move on to page 63, all right? Okay, so can you go to your materials now? Okay, so now let's move on to page 63. If you're using the materials emailed to you, you can find them under week 30. So if you're using we'll just page 63. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're going to do. Alright, so this is listening. In class we did the listening already, but I'll just put this one up here so you can listen to the actual recording, right, in a proper way. Right, so after you have listened, we'll just go through the answers again. Okay, I have given you the answers in class as well, right? But for those who missed this part, you can catch up. Okay, the answers are all in here. Okay, so let's have a listen here. Listen to Dilek and Burak and choose the best summary of what they talk about. So option A, choosing a free time activity. B, free time activities in my country. And C, my favorite free time activity. All right. So if you're ready, let's listen.
Track 15.
Hi, I'm Dilek, and I come from Edirne in Turkey. I've been a dancer for about 6 years. I started when I was 10. I do other free time activities, but I like this one best. I dance in a group which usually meets once a week, but sometimes we meet twice or more in a week if we need to practice for a competition. We haven't won any competitions yet, but that doesn't matter. As well as dancing in competitions all around Turkey, our group dances at weddings and birthday parties. We dance to Turkish folk music, which I love. When we practice, we wear normal jeans and t-shirts. But at parties and competitions, we wear special dresses and shoes.
Hi, I'm Borak, and I'm from Konya in Turkey. The free time activity I enjoy most is playing a wooden Turkish musical instrument called an oud. That's spelled O-U-D. It's very difficult to play, but it makes a beautiful sound. It's really good to play for sad songs. I've played it since I was 6. My dad plays it too, and he taught me. I enjoyed learning because Dad likes the instrument so much and plays so well. He plays in concerts and in a restaurant in my town, and sometimes I play with him. I learned to play the guitar as well, but I prefer playing the oud. I play it every night, and I'd like to be a professional oud player when I'm older.
Okay, the answer for the first question is C, my favorite free time activity. Right, so A is not correct because they were not discussing several free time activities and choosing which one. Okay, B is not suitable because they are not talking about free time activities in general in their country. They each talk about one activity that they like to do, right, or they are doing at the moment. So C is the correct answer. Right. Now we're going to listen to the same passage again, and then you put a tick if the sentence is correct, all right, and a cross for wrong sentences or false sentences, all right. So let's have a look at the statements here. Number 1, Dilek has been a dancer for 10 years. Number 2, Dilek's dance group usually meets twice a week. Number 3, Dilek dances at weddings. Number 4, Dilek dances to rock music. Number 5, Dilek always wears a special dress when she dances. Number 6, the oud is easy to play. Number 7, Burak started playing the oud when he was 6. Number 8, Burak's dad was Burak's teacher. Number 9, Burak can also play the guitar. And number 10, Burak would like to be a singer when he is older. Alright, so let's have a listen.
Track 15.
Hi, I'm Dilek, and I come from Edirne in Turkey. I've been a dancer for about 6 years. I started when I was 10. I do other free time activities, but I like this one best. I dance in a group which usually meets once a week, but sometimes we meet twice or more in a week if we need to practice for a competition. We haven't won any competitions yet, but that doesn't matter. As well as dancing in competitions all around Turkey, our group dances at weddings and birthday parties. We dance to Turkish folk music, which I love. When we practice, we wear normal jeans and t-shirts. But at parties and competitions, we wear special dresses and shoes.
Hi, I'm Borak, and I'm from Konya in Turkey. The free time activity I enjoy most is playing a wooden Turkish musical instrument called an oud. That's spelled O-U-D. It's very difficult to play, but it makes a beautiful sound. It's really good to play for sad songs. I've played it since I was 6. My dad plays it too, and he taught me. I enjoyed learning because Dad likes the instrument so much and plays so well. He plays in concerts and in a restaurant in my town, and sometimes I play with him. I learned to play the guitar as well, but I prefer playing the oud. I play it every night, and I'd like to be a professional oud player when I'm older.
Okay, so I'm putting up the answers now, and I'm going to explain why some of them are not true. Okay, so first one, Dilek has been a dancer for 10 years. It's not correct. She said 6 years only. Number 2, Deluxe dance group usually meets twice a week. So usually once a week only. She did say she meets twice a week, but that's only on certain occasions, like when they have competitions or when they have to dance they have to perform, right? So answer is once a week only. Number 3, true, is correct. Number 4 is not. Okay, not rock music. She says traditional folk music. Okay, Turkish folk music. So that's like traditional music. Number 5, okay, in class I told you this one's supposed to be true, okay, but no, the answer is actually false. The sentence says Dilek always wears a special dress when she dances. So what it means is, she does she wear a dress even for rehearsals? Okay, so the answer should be not true. It's wrong. While when rehearsing or practicing, she doesn't wear a special dress. She just wears t-shirts and jeans. Okay. She'll only wear the special dress during the performance. Okay. All right. Number 6 until 10 is about Burak. Okay. So first one, the oud is easy to play. So according to Burak, no, it's not easy. Okay. 7, 8, and 9 are correct. Okay, they are right. The last one is wrong. Okay, it's not true. He didn't say he wanted to be a singer. He wanted to be a professional oud player. Right? Okay, last one is writing. Okay, a post on an online forum. So this one is a bit like writing and speaking at the same time. So throughout the lesson, we did have a few speaking prompts telling you to talk about your interest or hobby and state why you took up that interest or hobby. All right. So this one is about writing it down. Example here, first one, read the post, then match the parts of the text A to E to the questions below. What do you do with these things now? How long have you collected them? What do you like about these things? What do you collect? Why did you start collecting them? Right, so we need to find in this post here sentences that answer these questions, right? So these types of questions, you can use them to prompt or to help you think of what you want to write, right? Example, this topic now is you want to write about your interest. So you might want to say, what is your interest? When did you start? Okay, what do you do? All right, and then for how long have you been doing this? Okay, that sort of thing. Right, so let's look at the first question. What do you do with these things now? It should be answer D. Okay. Now, I still enjoy reading them every day and I often look for special comics online. Okay, so maybe we read the whole thing first before we answer the questions. Okay, but here, question number 1 is answered by sentence D. All right, so let's read the whole thing. I collect comics. I have collected them for 9 years. I started collecting them when I was 6 because I liked reading them. I bought them every week with my pocket money. Now, I still enjoy reading them every day, and I often look for special comics online. The oldest ones are very expensive. I like comics because they have great stories. They're funny, and the pictures are amazing. You're never too old to read a comic. Alright, so this is a post by Patrick. So let's look at the questions and we find the sentences from Patrick's post to answer this question. Number 2, how long have you collected them? Okay, so let's look for the sentence talking about the duration. Okay, so here, I have collected them for 9 years. So answer is B. Number 3, what do you like about these things? Alright, it should be E. I like comics because, alright, great stories, funny, pictures are amazing. Okay, so those are the reason why or factors he likes these comics. Number 4, what do you collect? So this one should be in the beginning, yeah. I collect comics, right? A. Number 5, why did you start collecting them? Alright, so what was the reason why for you to start this hobby? So the answer should be C here, see, I started collecting them when I was 6 because I liked reading them. Okay, so this person has a interest in comics. Alright, so now imagine you have responded to the questions with the answers given. Now you need to write write a post on an online forum using the notes. So you are given the prompt questions here, what do you collect, how long, and so on, and answers are given here, right? So I'm going to type it out for you in a separate page so you can see. Okay, so I have the slide here side by side with the prompts given here, the questions and the draft. Okay, the points given there, what do you collect, board games and all that. Alright, so I'm going to write the post for you and show you how to do it. So earlier on you have looked at the other exercise. You can use that as a model, as an example for you, okay, or you can just try writing it like this. Okay, first one, what do you collect? Board games. So in your sentence you should write I collect board games. Alright, and then next one, how long have you collected them? And the answer is 5 years. So you need to use the present perfect that we have been learning so far. So I've collected them for 5 years. Okay. Alright, and then what else? Why did you start collecting them? Right, and the reason given is I loved playing them. Okay, so I started collecting board games, right, because I loved playing them. Right, what do you do with these things now? Okay, so this board game collector plays with them with best friend and brother. Okay, I play the board games with my best friend and brother. What do you like about these things? Right, last one. Also different. Have fun when I play them. Okay, so because these are point form, you need to write them in a proper sentence. Okay, so you can say I like them. Oh, I like the board games very much. Okay, because they are all so different. Okay, and the last one, I also have lots of fun when I play them. Okay, so just a short one like this. I collect board games, collected them for 5 years. I collecting board games because I love playing them. I play the board games with my best friend and brother. I like board games very much because they are also different. I also have lots of fun when I play them. Okay. Of course, in this one is just based on this writing here. Of course, if you want to add a little more details like what's your favorite board game and so on, you can do so, right? Okay, but these are all, this text here is the required writing here given here. Okay, alright, so your answer should somewhat look like this. If you have slight differences, that's fine as well, right? Okay, so we're done up to here, right? If you need to, you can pause to have a look at this thing here. Otherwise, we're done for pages 60 to 63, all right? Okay, thank you so much for paying attention, and thank you so much for participating in our class last week. So I hope I'll see you again this coming week class. And yes, thank you. See you soon. Bye bye.